NVR new functions. Number 11. Support Excel spreadsheet import and export configuration parameters. The design inspiration comes from our usual complicated configuration. To simplify configuration, we design parameter export functions. Operation. First, system setting. Cooperate with manage. The configuration of NVR can be exported in the form of Excel so that channel information can be backed up in real time. Number 2. At the same time, NVR support overall parameter configuration export. The exported file format is box. Purpose. NVR parameter can be quickly imported into the NVR modules to achieve quick configuration purpose. Number 12. How does intelligent analysis configuration interface optimized? The inspiration comes from the feedback provided by the customer during the use time, which including operation logic and ease of user is poor. Operation. Add a setup in the intelligence analysis interface. After each step is set, click Save Algorithm and click Next to jump to the next configuration screen. Purpose. Improving logic and ease of citing makes the configuration of intelligent analysis easier. Number 13. Support NVR through GUI preview interface directly and front end. Inspiration comes from the feedback provided by the customer during the use time. We often encounter situations where customers need NVR and cameras talk back. Operation. Take 4-channel NVR as an example. Select to talk back with channel 1 front end and proceed as follows. Left-click channel, move into the mouse to lower boundary of channel 1 video. Pop-up shortcut menu, click on the intercom button. Open the intercom functions, not only in the GUI can support above, also in the IE interface. Purpose. Implement NVR and front-end real-time. Number 14. OnWife does not support automatic prompts. The design was inspired by the fact that customers often ask whether NVR supports some of the features of OnWife camera. Operation. If the function of OnWife does not support the configuration channel, the form will be displayed and the function will not be configured, such as occlusion alarm, intelligence analysis, and other functions. But we use candy cameras, so there is no warning. Purpose. To quickly provide support for OnWife camera and reduce time of customer inquiry. Number 15. Support file backup and administrator permission authentication. The design inspiration comes from the protection of the security of the files. So, only design administrator can log in to backup the files. Operation. When backup a video or image, you need to re-enter an administrator account and click the backup button to pop up the login window. Canceling backup authentication also requires authentication manager. We are logged in and backup the files. Purpose. To protect the security of files and prevent files. Number 16. Support configuration of different user management permissions for each channel. Design inspiration comes from the customer assign different permissions to different operators. Operation. When the administrator logs in, the administrator can edit other users' administrative privilege, including the remote preview, local playback, capture image preview, remote playback, capture image preview, local PDC control, remote PDC control. Purpose: different operators have different privileges. It is convenient for user management. Number 17. Support channels are allocated to the corresponding disk groups. The inspiration of design is to reduce storage pressure and risk of NVR, and we store the channels in group. Operation: the channels is allocated to the corresponding tray group for storage. The maximum real-time code rate of a single disk group is 100 Mbps. The rule is take 32 8 devices for example. 1. When total code rate of channel 16 is less than 100 Mbps, the default is allocated to a set of disks per 16 channels. When number of channels is 16, is allocated to a group of 1 and more than 16 channels, it is allocated to a group of 2, 3. 2. When total code rate of channel 16 is greater than 100 Mbps, it is necessary to manually adjust number of channel. 3. Disk group 1 corresponding hard disk number 1, 3, 5, 7. Disk group 2 corresponding hard disk number 2, 4, 6, 8. Purpose: to reduce storage pressure of NVR and reduce the risk of file loss. Number 18. Support hard disk smart operationing and dead block detection. Design inspiration comes from our daily use of computer hard disk that track detection function. Operation: support smart operation testing can choose to test smart detection. Real-time detect the hard disk status. When hard disk self-assessment failed, cannot use this disk. Using this option, the hard disk is eliminated directly once have problems. Purpose: to quickly check disk running status. What happens if you enter a wrong password for many times? Design inspiration comes from the purpose of preventing the violent cracking of the password to achieve security protection. Operation: NVR will have a prompt for each password input error. When input error is 3 times, alarm sound will be prompt and the email will be sent. When password is entered indirectly 5 times, the NVR will be temporarily locked and no region will be allowed. Purpose: to prevent criminals from attacking NVR by brute force. As you can see, the password is locked.